Hello, everyone, and welcome to my bedroom, where we will be playing Golden Axe 3 on the Sega Genesis. This is actually horribly inaccurate because this game did not come out for the Sega Genesis in North America. It was a download only in North America for a while.
Download?
Yeah, you can only get it from SegaNet, I think is what it was called. It didn't have a physical cartridge in North America.
No. Goodness.
And at the time, Sega was applauded for not releasing a physical cartridge of this because no one liked it. And honestly, I don't know why. It is by far the best of the Golden Axe games that I've played, and I've played all of them on the Genesis. We're going to be playing as Kronos. Kronos is a panther man.
Oh, sick. Love to be a furry.
Gilius back there is old, so he won't be joining us on our mission. He was the defender of the Golden Axe years ago, but now he's too old. Even dwarves get old.
You're released from the evil curse.
Yes, the evil curse, it's speaking of, we were under the hypnosis of the Prince of Darkness, who is the main antagonist of this game.
I noticed that Darkness wasn't capitalized, but Prince was.
That was a strange choice. So, as Kronos here, we can bite people, we can leap off of them while we're grappling them. We have our claws to attack with, we can lunge through the air, we can lunge downward while we're in the air to pounce on people. There's a lot of moves at our disposal, a lot more than in the first two Golden Axe games. We also have a sick flip kick that you'll see a lot and a tail swipe.
Loot Gremlin?
Yeah, well, look, I don't know what they're supposed to be called. I think they're called thieves, technically. They steal potions and meat, and we can get it back from them. But I'm going to call them loot gremlins from now on.
It's better than what Borderlands calls them.
This beast we're riding, I think these are called Bizarrians, is the official name for these beasts. We don't want to ride them, though, because Kronos is just better than the beasts. There are some characters where you might want to use the beasts, but Kronos is just too good on his own. The beasts will only slow us down. The enemy types are capable of very different things. The women with the maces have a really powerful leaping attack that can knock you out of the air and knocks you down when it hits you in general. And the tiny men with the clubs can breathe fire and belly bump you. The people with the spears do some anime spear twirling nonsense, and they're great at evading attacks. You're going to see the flip kick here a lot, because I'm going to knock everyone off the cart.
Reasonable.
I had to do the first one with style, you see. So, have you played any of the Golden Axe games, Power Dork?
Not once.
Have you...
Also, hello, I'm Power Dork, she, her.
I'm Addy, but you knew that. And so, have you seen any of the Golden Axe games at all?
Not once.
Well, then this is at least a good first impression of Golden Axe, because I think this is the best one that I have played. I have not played the arcade Death Adder game.
Oh, well, you've ruined me for the other Golden Axe games, then.
I mean, I still think the original Golden Axe is pretty good, but I definitely think this is the best one, no competition. This green thief has food, which we use to heal ourselves in traditional beat-em-up fashion. These potions we've been picking up are our magic stock, and there's that meter under our health. When we reach a certain tier, we can perform that tier of magic. The tier we can perform depends on how many potions we have handy, which is not how I've seen magic done in anything else. You know a lot about RPGs. Have you ever seen an RPG where the tier of magic you perform is tied to the amount of potions you have?
No, the closest thing I've seen is when you pick up little potion bottles in Legend of Zelda, and really, that's not comparable at all.
Yeah, no, this is like a stock that we're building up. We got some of it stolen, but we'll get it back. These rest screens have thieves that steal your potions, and you can get them back and then some.
Snazzy.
So this game has multiple pathways to choose from. You saw it briefly back there. We're going to be taking the down path all of the time, because that's the path I'm the most familiar with, and it allows us to rescue all of our allies and some hostages. We were freed from the Prince of Darkness's mind control, but our friends were not, so we have to free them individually. How do you feel about the background artwork here?
I quite like it on its own, even knowing that I'm seeing on a display that it wasn't optimized for.
I don't like it, I'm not gonna lie. I think the perspective is incredibly confusing.
I read fences as you cannot pass, so I'm not bothered.
So, in the... I suppose I should catch Powdork up on the lore of Golden Axe. There's a Golden Axe. It's all-powerful. The bad guy has it. And we gotta stop him. That's most of it. In the original games, the villain who captured the Golden Axe was named Death Adder. And he was a big snake demon. In the second game, the guy who kidnapped the Golden Axe was Dark Gold, G-U-L-D, not G-O-L-D. Any guesses to the Prince of Darkness's full title?
Not one.
Not even a fake guess?
Nope.
I swear, anything ridiculous you might think of is not going to be anywhere near what he's called.
Okay, you've given me a real challenge here, Eddie.
Oh, hold on, we're using our magic.
Oh, what horrid mists.
We have strange magic that covers the screen in a mist and destroys the music, and sometimes summons lightning, taking the downward path, because that's where our ally is. I'll give you a while to think of a potential name for the Prince of Darkness. You don't have to answer right now, but I will ask you again later. I can't stop staring at the seams in the background scenery where there's grass. Also, that sign is tiny. Wow. That is a tiny sign for tiny people.
Yeah, tiny people.
Yeah, tiny people. I wonder where you'd find those around here. So you may have noticed that lunging strike that we've been doing a lot. This one.
Yeah, is that a complicated input or just...
It's not a complicated input, but it is a command input. It's forward, back, forward, and then A and B at the same time.
Oh, damn.
Oh, and so this dashing attack we do the command input for is the meta for boss battles. It's how you win.
I don't see any counterplay.
This character we're beating up, his name is Kragger, and he's one of the brainwashed heroes. I think Kragger has the power of tornadoes, if I recall correctly. He's the heavy hitter.
Well, at least he's well-spoken.
He is very well-spoken. Shame on any of you at home who expected him to speak differently. Shame on you. He exercises, that does not mean that he is not eloquent. I don't know if Kronos gets any dialogue, actually, which is ironic because he's the playable character. You figure he'd have the most to say.
So, is it anything along the lines of, like, Dread Blaze Lord?
Oh, yeah,
whatever?
absolutely. You're getting close.
Like, wrong element, or...
There's something closely associated with fire in the name.
Oh, oh goodness. Okay.
And dread isn't too far off, I suppose. It's something that like if you were to curse a person, curse them with the power of God.
Okay, sorry. That's worse. That's...
Hey, look, he has two names, so you got that right. It's a first name and a last name, and you're on the right track in terms of how ridiculous the name is. We knocked that thief into a pit, and I feel bad. Picking up hearts gives us not only a health refill, but extends our health bar. If you were gonna kidnap people, like as prisoners, where would you put the prisoners at?
Probably inside crystals, just like that.
Because there's 3 hostages inside crystals right here. But yeah, I promise you're on the right track.
Sorry, I can't really come up with anything more good than Baneblaze. Like, really.
Alright, that's not too bad. I might, they might save that for the villain of Golden Axe 4. Alright, so after we save 5 hostages in total, we get an extra life, which I think is very generous. We're not going to break open any more crystals, though, because if we do, enemies will pop out instead of hostages.
There's no score to get from it?
I mean, I don't care about score. I care about winning the game. we want extra lives because extra lives make it easier to win the game. I just decided...
I just trust the game flow.
I just decided I didn't want anything to do with this fight, so we started using our second tier of magic. Which won't kill them, but it will damage them sufficiently. So
that looks like a trap.
What does? The lava? Yeah, I would say the lava is a pretty convincing trap. You don't want to step in that. I can only assume that the silence is appreciation at my taste in humor.
I'm odd. By all sorts of things. At the moment, I actually really like the design of this enemy type.
The skeletons? Yeah, they're kind of bestial, but not completely. They have two, like I don't know what is that weapon? You tell me.
I really don't know. I do say it's kind of roughly sickle-shaped on 2 ends.
Yeah, I was gonna say like a 2-sided sickle.
Well, as long as we're in agreement.
Yeah, it's definitely a fantasy weapon, that's for sure.
Who's to say you couldn't make that in real life?
Do you think so? Like the big guys, the round, not big, but the round guys, the tiny round guys we were fighting. One of their signature moves is a belly bump, which cancels your attacks. They swiftly bump their tummy into you to cancel your attack and hurt you. Do you think you have to have a belly to get that job? Do you think that like, because that's one of their primary attacks. They breathe fire and they belly bump. That's their thing. Also, quickly, what do you think the game calls these ram enemies?
Baphomets. I don't know.
It calls them minotaurs.
Minotaurs. Oh, well... I've seen worse minotaurs.
They actually have quite a few moves that you'll never get to see. They can spin to knock us out of the air if we try and jump kick them. they can grab us and punch us in the face with 2 hands at the same time, which looks like it hurts a lot, because it's 2 fists. We can still bite them, though. We can bite anyone in this game. Even if they're wearing full-plated armor. Alright, it's time to go to Bloody Street. I assume these aren't the official names, and instead they're just, like, the names that Kronos is coming up with as we go along. Also, you may have noticed the music in this slaps, but it is completely unfitting for every location. Like, when we were in Tinder Hamlet, it didn't sound like a Tinder Hamlet, it sounded like they were having a rave. Every location in the game sounds like a rave is going on. The music is excellent, but it does not set a mood at all. So, now that I know that you've given up on figuring out the villain's name, I'll go ahead and reveal it. The first game's villain is Death Adder. Second game's villain is Dark Gold. And the third game's villain is the Prince of Darkness, Damned Hellstrike.
Oh my god.
When you take over the world, you can call yourself whatever you want, and people have to listen.
Cronus doesn't.
We're the rebellion. The whole rebellion. Well, I suppose we freed Krager. So, we're not alone anymore, but we're alone here. Krager's probably going the upper path that we're not taking. Righting wrongs, crossing the desert. I don't like the desert level. We're not going to see the desert level. That's a big door back there. I guess for that guy. The door's that big for that guy in armor, and only that guy. Imagine you're gonna go fuck up this Panther Man, and then time freezes and this miasma of dread crosses your path, and you just start feeling really unwell all around. Just sort of hurts a bit.
And then you get sent flying.
They never stood a chance. This is the favored character for people who like to cheese Golden Axe 3, so it's no question why I'm playing them.
So I notice on the UI that you have a Venus symbol. Is that representing hostages freed?
Yes. The amount of hostages freed correlates to the amount of Venus symbols underneath your HUD.
Why Venus?
I have no clue. It's not as though the hostages seem to be, like, particularly gendered. Like, some of them have long hair, and given this is a fantasy setting, that might mean they're supposed to be female, but, you know, who knows? They're just hostages. Man, these outfits. I like that the spear guy is just wearing, like, some pretty high up, but pretty normal shorts compared to everyone else's underwear ensemble. In the first 2 Golden Axe games, in place of a traditional health bar, there were a series of bars, a series of blue bars, and instead of gradually draining, they would disappear all at once in segments. And that's probably hard to even visualize, but I'll show you after we're done recording. But it's not okay. That's not a good way to convey health. I'm sure you can understand that what I'm describing to you, even if you can't visualize it, is not an effective method to...
I won't knock it for It's not early, but, like, it's relatively early. No.
1980... No, 1990... I can't remember when the original Golden Axe came out. But it was one of the earliest beat-em-ups. This one has a traditional health bar. Just like Streets of Rage and your other beat-em-ups do. The skeletons are, the least...
I'm sorry, that dude was enjoying lunch.
Now he's enjoying claws. The skeletons are the least favorite enemy of people who play Golden Axe because they are swift and they have a variety of moves to counter your own. The skeletons in this game in particular have like a bowling shield move that sort of uppercuts you. They have an extendo neck that's not quite a projectile but is a ranged attack. And then of course they have their sickles. And
it sounds like there's a lot of depth.
The shield bash. There's oh geez. There's a lot of particular mechanics that are hard to explain in detail. But for example, the pikemen. Oh, we just got kicked. I'm trying to remember this gal's name. Sarah Barn. That's who she is. A lot of people mistake her for Tyrus Flare, who is the original female warrior from the first Golden Axe. She can throw her sword. She's not doing it right now for some reason. I think she should.
Yeah, you know, if you could play this competitively, I'm sure that you'd see it all the time in tournament play.
I think there's a versus mode. Also, we just slept on the dock. We just decided to take a big ol' nap on the dock.
Well, you've cleared it of threats, right?
She said the enemies around here are tough. So I don't know. We freed Kragger and Sarah so far. That leaves only Kane left.
Oh, damn! This is sick.
The boats or the ledges?
The tune.
Oh yeah, like I was saying, none of the music fits the locations, but they're all pretty great. I think the best track in the game is Ride the Whirlwind, but we're not going to hear that one because you have to ride atop a giant eagle, and riding atop a giant eagle in this game means you can't rescue one of your teammates. We won't get the goodest ending if we do that.
So I'm noticing there's a lot of wrecks around here. An astonishing density of wrecks.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Is this foreshadowing what will happen to the boat? I need to know.
Surprisingly not. It's just a very long boat. My roommate, Nathan, brought this up, and I want to know if it seems reasonable to you. We're on a boat headed to a destination right now, right?
Uh-huh.
Right. Why did we start moving to the right after we boarded the boat? Why did
enemies?
Why did we start assaulting the enemies instead of just waiting to get where we needed to go?
I know. Maybe there's a price on your head.
I think we're the aggressor on the boat.
You know, maybe you stole someone's lunch.
I did knock lunch out of two people's hands, at least.
Sorry, I'm still in awe over the just enemies snacking.
Look, I don't get the impression that Damned excuse me. The Prince of Darkness Damned Hellstrike gives you very long lunch breaks. So you gotta eat on the job sometimes. These guys in knight armor are the most pushover enemies of them all.
I noticed that they blocked one of your hits earlier once.
The thing about this lunge, this one that we keep using all the time, is that it's actually not unstoppable. It may appear to be. Enemies cannot block it, and it is super strong. But you can get knocked out of it by a belly bump or a shield bash or something similar. It's just rare, but it can happen.
Oh, that's reactable.
I could tell you all of the enemy types in the original Golden Axe by name, because many of them are named after alcohol. Because the development team behind the original Golden Axe really liked alcohol a lot. For example, there's a Lieutenant Bitter in Golden Axe, and that might not seem too unsubtle, but there are also characters called Sergeant Malt and Hop in the original Golden Axe. The enemies in this one, though, I can't recall their names, so I end up calling them the Tiny Round Guy or the Pike Man, Mace Lady. 1991. The original Golden Axe was 1991. I thought that maybe that was wrong because that's when Streets of Rage came out, but I guess they both came out the same year. Streets of Rage, by the way, I think is quite a bit better than Golden Axe. The strategy is much better conveyed, the winning strategy in Streets of Rage, I find. I kind of wonder what the Prince of Darkness Damned Hellstrike is even doing with these hostages.
I decided to look into it. Those are dead frames.
Dead frames? The skeleton enemies?
Yeah.
Those are called dead frames? That's awesome. I really wish
Yeah.
I really wish
Yeah.
I really wish I looked that up. That's sick.
Yeah. No, and the Mace Ladies are vanity.
That's what are the round men with the belly bump move? Are you silent because their name is Chubbo? If their name is Chubbo, you don't have to say anything.
No, they're apparently unnamed, though the nickname for them is Club Soldier on the Golden Axe wiki.
Alright, Club Soldier it is. I cannot believe there's an entire unit of enemy that's just called Club Soldier by fans.
Because they didn't get a name.
Yeah, but give them a fake...
What kind of...
Give them a fake name.
Yeah, no. Please. Golden Axe Wiki. You need something at least on par with Mustang.
I would have, who's Mustang?
Giants with hammers. Looks
Oh,
like.
wow. Those guys only appear once and they get a name?
Yeah.
That's crazy. They only appear the once. Also, be careful. You might find spoilers. There are plot twists.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, like My Little Pony fans name every character they find. Here's the Birdman. We saw the Birdman bring the first boss in. The Birdman's name is Eve, and Eve acts as our rival. They're the secondary antagonist. They're here to stop us. The Dragon, I believe it's called in tropes. The Prince of Darkness Damned Hellstrike's #1 soldier. They're quite formidable, presumably. I wouldn't know. I don't let them do anything. So, but I think that if we let them attack us, they would show us what for. But mostly they cower in the corner. It is the natural way of things, after all. We are a cat, they are a bird. It was destined to be this way. They managed a single jab against us.
Oh, so many boats!
We're not.
How many souls are haunt these seas?
What if we're just driving in a circle? Oh god. Oh no, what if we're just stuck in like a whirlpool? What if we've just been rotating this whole time? What do you think about Eve's dialogue?
I'm sorry. What a character.
So, this is a mini game. We have to get the food after we knock it out of the thieves' hands. Spoilers, I don't get it. I don't get the food. It's too hard.
Yeah, no, that looked... real rough game of keep away.
We can't run vertically, we can only run horizontally, so it's a lot tougher than it might appear. I am...
Looks like we're pushing up on the edge of the map.
Oh yeah, we're getting nearer and nearer to the end. I think this one's Cursed City. I was thinking about the original Golden Axe, so I wasn't paying too much attention to the screen.
I'm glad the uniform is constant, although it allows variations for region.
The uniforms the enemies are wearing?
Yeah.
I always assumed they were color-coded by difficulty. I really liked in the original Golden Axe how the enemies that were some of the toughest... Oh, we just got flamed on. Wait, hold on, that's not how I meant to say that. The enemies that were the toughest were pink. And, like, as a child, that blew my mind because, you know, I grew up in the late 90s, mid 2000s. Late 90s, early 2000s, and I wasn't aware that pink was allowed to be strong, but now I wear pink all of the time. And purple. Golden Axe played a bit of a role in making me less sexist as a child. So what do you think about these beasts?
They're cute Yoshis.
That fire breath they have, that's actually Kane's. We haven't met Kane yet, but he's a playable character, and that's actually his special move.
Wait, do you get to play as a Yoshi?
No, Kane's a person. His special move is that he does a Demon Fang from the Tales series, and it shoots fire like that.
Oh, damn.
Wait. What?
Wait, does he say Demon Fang?
No, he doesn't. It just looks remarkably like Demon Fang.
Oh.
It looks very similar, but it's not... He doesn't say it. It's not an official reference or anything. It's also the case that the input for that move is a full circle, which I have a lot of difficulty doing on a fucking Genesis pad. By the way,
wait, did you use a Genesis pad for this?
No. For this, I was playing with a GameCube controller. Keep that in mind as you watch. I'm playing this with a GameCube controller. What do you think this magic is? What do you think it is?
Oh god. It's burning? No. What? What?
The chandeliers in here will fall down on us if we're standing underneath them. I don't know how much you have to pay someone to stand on top of the chandeliers and ride them down like that, but those are some brave soldiers. I'm kind of super curious what this building is for.
I'm curious how it got into this state of disrepair. What?
What's so confusing about what just happened? Describe in detail what confused you.
How they stuck to the wall like that? First?
They were paintings. Now they're not.
Okay.
Also, were you typing me the secret codes? Should I look at my Discord?
No.
Oh, are you sure? Alright, ready to see something?
Oh, I was just putting up a reminder to share a clip. It'll be in the video description, I'm sure.
Oh, it might be. Did you or did you not see the man jump right into the pit?
God.
I need to know, because if not, you'll get a second chance.
A sec... No.
So, but for real, what kind of magic do you think is causing them to reside in the walls and come out like that? Like, what D&D spell is that?
That's not a D&D spell. I'm sorry.
I refuse to... What? Why are you apologizing?
Oh, I'm doing that weird nerd thing where you are very particular about an interest you have.
Honey, we're nerds. We're doing a weird nerd thing all of the time. That's not
fair.
Anyway, you better watch this person fall off a ledge this time, because I'm not doing it a third time for you. There you go. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed it.
Oh.
That dead frame had purpose in that pit. That pit was the dead frame's life's work.
Bless.
But is there a spell from any tabletop RPG you know that is capable of doing that thing with the walls, where there are people in the walls?
I could see a charitable reading of Animate Objects is a Dungeons and Dragons thing.
Close enough. I'll take it. Also, look at the background. Tell me what that blue line is supposed to be. That blue line that's cutting the buildings off.
Oh, you know, that's just the Ariel River.
Alright. Anyway, this is Cain. Cain is the last of our allies, and the last one to be freed from the curse after we defeat him.
I wonder where he got that sword.
It is a really cool sword. I hope it's a sword you can unlock in Golden Axe Beast Rider. You can unlock Axe Battler's sword in Golden Axe Beast Rider.
Yo, that curse changed the fabric colors.
I like how Cain says, "Don't worry, I'll destroy the enemies around here," completely breaking the fourth wall, just like Sarah. No one calls them enemies in real life. Next, I'll be calling the bosses bosses. Also, this is the final level. But we have
Dave.
to fight Eve. This is our dramatic showdown in front of the floating castle. This is the revenge fight Eve has against us for showing them up the first time, and they're gonna bring their all.
Ah, poor Eve. You were simply too good.
You can play as Eve in versus mode for anyone interested. Oh, Eve was the king all along.
Excuse me.
Damned Hellstrike took the king and turned him into an animal man. Oh no, he's dead.
Whose thunder was that?
Obviously, the Prince of Darkness damned Hellstrike's.
I shouldn't have asked.
This is a really cool evil palace, by the way. That background is incredible.
The question I have is, why hasn't that thunder been used on you?
It will be.
But it could have been used on you at any time?
The Prince of Darkness damned Hellstrike is waiting for the optimally dramatic moment. Like, let's say you're the kind of guy that names yourself the Prince of Darkness damned Hellstrike. The most dramatic thing to do after we discover that Eve was actually the king is wait for him to finish his speech, then strike him down with lightning immediately after. That's peak drama. The Prince of Darkness damned Hellstrike knows what he's doing.
Vandy has a large human cost, is the moral I'm taking.
We can't prove that the people inside this armor are human. Ignore those screams
Well, you
of death.
can't prove anyone's real.
I'm actually about to come across, what did you call the giants with the hammers?
Oh god, that was Mustang.
Yeah, here they are.
Ugh.
They only appear this once. Their weakness is the same thing as every big character's weakness, as it turns out. It's a little strange to see them this late in the game, because after you get this far, you're at the final level, you figure they're done introducing new enemies. Now they're just going to throw all the enemies at you in increasingly difficult configurations. But no, you get those guys and only get them once.
Well, they're named.
Yeah, but the club soldiers are named and they don't... aren't named, and they get to appear everywhere.
No, I'm saying that because they're named, there are a fixed number of them.
Oh, So did the pikemen have a name, by the way, or were they not named?
Those are... spearmen. Those are unnamed enemies.
Why?
Well, why would you name soldiers?
Well,
Just...
they have names in the original Golden Axe. That potion is off screen and I hate it.
That's just the worst.
The soldiers in the original Golden Axe are named Henninger and Longmoan.
You're making this up.
Nope. I am not.
Okay.
Well, this is a game where there's a guy named the Prince of Darkness damned Hellstrike, and you're upset about Longmoan.
Why wouldn't I be?
I really like Dead Frame. I think it's such a cool thing. I'm gonna use that.
Is that your new name?
No, I meant for like writing. I'm gonna use it.
Oh.
I'll name characters after that. I'm not going to go by that in casual conversation.
How many animations of mist are there?
3. One for each tier of magic.
I really had trouble picking them apart.
The strongest one has the lightning. I'm a little unclear how the mist harms enemies, but I assume you just get like this intense feeling of existential dread, and your soul starts to leave your body and erode, and then the mist passes.
Yeah, good old fog of death.
I knew there was a nerd thing for that.
Oh no, that's not a nerd thing.
Oh, is that a real life thing?
No, it's a fiction thing.
It's not a nerd thing, but it's a fiction thing?
There is fiction that's not for nerds.
I disagree.
No, like MCU movies.
Oh, yeah, and Star Wars. I suppose those two things. I suppose those are the only two things. This game, by the way, and all the games on the Sega Genesis Steam Collection, they don't emulate perfectly. There are occasionally hitches. And there shouldn't be. I'm playing this on a fairly powerful PC.
Oh, what a shame about that tiling.
What do you mean? Because
where Vandy was standing just a moment ago, that line with the wall.
Oh man, I'm so tired of seeing these guys in armor. They are the weak. They are the weakest, most bumbling, ineffectual enemies. They barely attack you. Whenever they appear, they spend the whole fight standing in the background watching you pummel everyone else. They're the tanks. You want them in the fight, up front and personal, attacking you all the time. But they're so hesitant. We're actually.
Sorry.
What were you saying?
I was remarking that the Knight's entry on the Golden Axe wiki is the very shortest. Corvette is an enemy from Golden Axe 3.
All right, that's all you need to know, I suppose. Also, who do you think that is in the background back there?
Literal god?
I have no idea. It's not the Prince of Darkness, damned Hellstrike, though. Because the Prince of Darkness, damned Hellstrike is just up ahead, and he's not that big. He is big, though. He is very large.
Can't wait to see him.
Here he comes.
Oh! Oh, hello!
He is a very muscle-bound gentleman.
No, you see, it's also the case that he's got big bones.
Big muscle-shaped bones. So, I love the Prince of Darkness Damned Hellstrike's design. The whole Golden Axe series has a Conan the Barbarian thing going on. Damned Hellstrike looks like the final boss of Conan the Barbarian. I love him. Also, he actually has the Golden Axe. He's using it. And in the original Golden Axe, Death Adder does not have an axe that's colored gold. And neither does his... wait, no, that's a spoiler. You should experience the original sometime. But there's no golden axe in the original Golden Axe, even though there's supposed to be, and it's purely a coloring issue. Like, I'm convinced it was an accident that there's no Golden Axe in the Genesis version of Golden Axe. But
I'm sure it was painted over, and now that paint's chipped away.
But there is in the sequel and in this one, obviously, because you're looking at it. Unfortunately, aside from his really cool fire shockwaves, he doesn't do anything. Like, he swings his axe, he has a great get-up attack where he swings his axe in a huge arc, but for our pounce, it's nothing.
No, it's a shame. It seems like it'd be really useful for controlling crowns.
We did it.
Congratulations.
We got the princess safe. We saved all our friends. We killed the Prince of Darkness, damned Hellstrike. I can't think of a single other important thing we should have done. Shit.
Congratulations.
Shit.
Oh.
Shit. What did we forget? What could we possibly have forgotten? I thought we saved the world. Oh, the golden axe. We left the gold. I wonder how we could have overlooked that.
Wait, is that the golden axe's avatar?
The golden axe can canonically bring people back from the dead.
Oh. Excuse.
So this is almost a no-death run. You might have noticed that we didn't die a single time throughout the game because I'm really good at video games. There's an attack that I think is unavoidable that the Prince of Darkness is about to pull out of his ass at us, and it ruins my no-death run. And I'm so upset about it, but I don't know what you can do. Yeah, here it is. I don't know what you can do about that.
What kind of kill spell bullshit is that?
I love that gag. I love that your character runs off the screen and then they're like, oh fuck, I forgot it again. This time, we saved the world for real.
You can tell because they're children.
Yeah, there wouldn't have been children if we didn't save the world.
Why are they on the boat?
The boat in Bermuda Triangle, no less. The boat's still spinning in that same spot.
To this day.
Oh, they're in the cave, too, just hanging out in the crystal cave. Peace returns to the entire world, the game says, even though I thought we were only rescuing Eastland. I think canonically the name of the land where Golden Axe takes place is called Euria.
Oh, what's with that child?
Their sprites flickering a bit. Anyway, that was Golden Axe 3. It is the best of the Golden Axe games on the Sega Genesis, and I think the best home console Golden Axe game in general. I have not played the arcade Revenge of Death Adder game, though. You have so many more options for movement and offensive capabilities. So do the enemies. The story is a lot more coherent than the other Golden Axe games. And the presentation's a little lacking, but the music is great, even though it doesn't fit. Did you have any particular thoughts on the journey?
If I wasn't already a furry, this probably would have set me on the path.
I mean, I think that happened when I was a kid watching cartoons. I think that's where it happens for most people.
Bold claim.
Look, it seems reasonable to me. You can't tell me that Zootopia didn't make 5 billion more furries. Presented by copyright Sega. Do you think if you presented this in court, they would recognize that little C as a copyright symbol?
Without a doubt.
This is the path we took. We rescued all of our friends, and therefore it is the best path. Alright, I'll see you around, everyone.
Later.